What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a part of the rundown, courtesy of awfulannouncing.com. When I was researching this story, this is one of the sites that came up. I guess this is a sports site. The site looked good, so I wanted to use them as a source tonight. And it says, Gilbert Arenas proudly fuels belief he snitched on Chauncey Billups. Like, he think it's funny. He think being called out is funny. And I guess it is nowadays, because what's the real consequence for being an informant, a snitch, or anything? You get rewarded. So he's there. You see he got the brown bag. Says informant lunch, because you know that's the storyline. And when you tell on people, you get lunch, you get food, and all that. So he think it's funny, so he's playing into it. And the story reads, amid speculation about Gilbert Arenas' involvement with Portland Trail Blazers Chauncey Billups' arrest, he isn't exactly denying it. The NBA was rattled by a gambling scandal Thursday morning with Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former Cleveland Cavaliers player Damon Jones being arrested in separate sports betting probes. Hours after coaching the Trailblazers to a season-opening loss, Billups was arrested in Oregon and charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the Mafia. Where the hell the Mafia been? The Mafia still around? Junior Mafia? Mano Mafia? What the hell going on? Ironically, the charges against Billups comes less than 3 months after Arenas was arrested on a federal indictment and accused of running an illegal gambling business with 5 others, including a suspected, I don't even want to say that word, that's how bad it is, crime figure. Because if you say, nah, you ain't getting me. You say that word if you want to. You see the word after suspected, you know they gonna play games. I ain't doing it. Arenas was alleged to have rented out his Encino, California mansion to host high-end illegal poker games. Facing up to 5 years in prison, Arenas posted a video after being released on bail in July, implying he would be willing to cut a deal using the hashtag SnitchGil coming soon. Nasty work. But then Rachel Nichols had put it on her IG. No, that's not IG, that's X, my bad. In saying, Gilbert Arenas saying Snitch Gil coming soon after being indicted on 3 federal charges accusing him of renting out his house for and helping arrange an illegal poker game racket. Gil is facing up to 5 years in prison, but it seems willing to cut a deal. So this was in July, she posted that. So 3 months later, Billups was arrested on charges that sound ironically similar to those Arenas is facing. And as people began to speculate about Arenas' potential involvement, he only fueled those thoughts and theories by showing up to Gil's Arenas show with a bag labeled Informant lunch. And I don't think it's called Gil's Arena anymore. It's called The Arena, I believe. I think, well, that's the YouTube channel. It's called The Arena. And he said, this is my lunch, man. I didn't get to eat it over there. I was talking too much. Arenas said at the start of the show, the Blazers wasn't going to win anyway. Last thing they needed was their coach. Damn. Further, an old video surfaced of Arenas claiming he, Larry Hughes, and Damon Jones was at LeBron's place gambling during the 2006 playoff series between the Washington Wizards and the Cleveland Cavaliers. In the video, Arenas noted James wasn't gambling, but Jones has now been arrested for allegedly trading inside information on a LeBron James injury in 2023. Maybe Arenas is just leaning into everything for show and attention, and this is just one giant coincidence. But we know Arenas was arrested for his ties to an illegal gambling business. We know he implied he was willing to cut a deal to stay out of prison. We know Billups was arrested for alleged involvement with an illegal poker operation 3 months later. And we know Arenas is now leaning towards being an informant because he said so. Beyond that, we'll avoid any speculation and wait for more details. So, ladies and gentlemen of the audience and of the people who's going to be in the chat, well, this is not premiering. This is just going to go out. So for all the people who's in the comments, what you think? You think Gilbert spilled those beans? You think No Chill Gil spilled? What you think? You think he stop the beat? You think he told? What's gonna happen nowadays? He gonna get called a name. It's gonna be speculated that he said something, and then everybody's still gonna show him love. Everybody's still gonna watch his show. I'm gonna be real with you. Unfortunately, dudes are playing with this now because dudes ain't getting their head knocked off no more. There's no consequence for telling on people. You get, like I said the other day, you get movies, you get shows, you get more money. So if snitches still got stitches, would people think it's funny? Now, I wouldn't even play like that. Because at one point, that was a bad tag to have on you. You know, if you was a snitch, a crackhead, if you had the Batman Forever, you know, you touch people you wasn't supposed to touch, or you caught a grape charge, minus the G, you know, those was tags you didn't want to have on you. Or even just being a liar. Now everything is to troll and everything is to play. I really don't think it's funny because although we don't know if the men are guilty or not, they still have been arrested. And the irony of it all is that you got arrested for it. This is nasty work. But of course, it's not about what I think, it's about what y'all think. And I don't know. I just don't think it's funny. I just don't think it's funny. Like, even if you didn't do it, I remember a point in time where you wanted to stay far away from anybody labeling you something that you wasn't. You wouldn't play with it. You wouldn't play into it. You wouldn't crack jokes. You wouldn't think it's funny. Snitch Gil coming soon and all that. Come on, bro. But you know, I'm gonna say it again, man. There's really no consequence for being a straight up buffoon these days. There's no consequence for doing BS. There's no consequence. You're still gonna get on TV. People still gonna follow you. You gonna have people that say, so what? I'll tell too. Listen, man, it's not about whether you a snitch or not. It's about whether when you get caught for your wrongdoing, take your heat. Don't say, hey, man, you might as well come from out under the bed because they caught us. Come on, man. This ain't even no street shit either. This is just some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have just caught your little case and did what you did. But then saying that you're going to tell other people, then ironically, they get locked up 3 months later. I can't even find.
There we go. Come on, son. Get the out of here.
Anyway, man, I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV, man. Leave me a comment. Till next time, man. I got this for y'all. Want to get interviewed on Doggie Diamonds TV? Then hit me up on IG at Doggie Diamonds. You want to hop on this special offer because it's a 35-minute interview with social media promo. It could be live streamed or taped, and an additional guest can be in your interview. Hit me up.